Alright, what's going on? It's welcome back to another video, guys. And why do I look like that? Why do I look like that when I run? And I just realized my chicken is all squished. But anyway, that's not the point of this video, guys. The point of this video is that I think I might have found out what the next theme for the next season is going to be, and also the release date for next season, guys. So if you guys are excited, let's like and subscribe, and also submit your art on my Discord server, your fan-made art, because I will be making another part of the fan-made videos soon, just like I did a couple days ago. So if you guys are interested in showing off your art in those videos, go ahead and post them before probably like time this video is coming out. Probably post about like tomorrow, so they have a chance of, you know, going ahead and appearing in the video, guys. And today's question of the day, let's see, what's today's question? Today's question of the day is going to be, what do you think the next season's theme is? Do you guys agree with the theme I'm going to tell you, or do you think it's going to be something else? So basically, we know the season's ending soon. I feel like the season should have already ended, because this season came out like a while ago, and they just stopped giving us a time for when they end. So it is most likely the next update. Now, one thing we don't know is if we're actually going to be getting an update this week, or if they're going to shift to the 2-week update schedule that they said. Because if you guys didn't know, if I pull up the Discord server on the polls channel, they did make a poll what people would think if they switched to a bi-weekly update schedule, and a lot of people voted for that. So it might actually turn into that. They never confirmed it, but it might become that. And also, when this update dropped, they never said new update next week, and they never said new update in 2 weeks. So we have really no way of knowing so far, at least at the time I'm recording this video. Now, also, another thing that kind of takes away my feeling that this season we're going to get an update is that usually when a new season drops, they go ahead and post on the previous update, season leaves next week, so people have time to grind. But for this update, obviously they did not. Now, this could mean we're not going to be getting a season this update, but we're still getting an update, or this could mean we're not getting an update altogether, and we're going to be waiting, you know, 2 weeks for them to, you know, go ahead and release the new bigger update, guys. And we have no way to telling. But basically, seasons, guys, I think that there's a really high chance this is a movie themed season. Like, Steve Raglan as a exclusive character over here is not out of nowhere. It's not just a random character they just put in. There's got to be some more meaning to it. Me seeing this background too exactly from the movie, it just gives me vibes that we're getting a FNAF movie season, just because what else are they going to do right now? They can still do a UCN season like I've been saying, but I highly doubt they're going to do it now that they already implemented these characters. They can implement a, what's it called, I've been saying it for ages, but the melody, what's it called, the mediocre melody characters, which I've still been waiting for. Where's my boy Mr. Hippo at? They can still implement a mediocre melody season, but I highly doubt it. So I do think they're just going to stick to the FNAF movie, which would make kind of sense. I am kind of interested in seeing how they're going to do the new characters, because I do want there to be a classic Bonnie, a classic Freddy, classic Chica and Fox and stuff like that that are actually usable. Because if you want to use the classic FNAF 1 characters, you really are stuck to rares, so they're not really that useful. But if we went ahead to get a new season, we might be getting, who knows, maybe like an Apex Freddy. It's like his FNAF 1 version, but that looks like the movie. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh, but it's just the FNAF 1 characters. Not really. FNAF movie. Like, look at the way these characters look. These look very unique. First of all, we would get a much more bluish Bonnie, which I know in this game he actually is more blue than purple. Because like, usually in the games he's more purple. But let me see if I do have Bonnie. I might have already sold him. But the basic Bonnie. Do we even have like a basic FNAF 1 Bonnie in the game? Because the FNAF 1 Bonnie is a lot more purple, but I actually don't think we have, because we have Toy Bonnie. That's actually something I never noticed. We don't have a regular FNAF 1, because this one is I mean, I guess this is supposed to be it, but he's way more blue than FNAF 1. I don't think we have a classic FNAF 1 Bonnie. Because FNAF 1 Bonnie, as you can see, he's a lot more purple. It would be nice to get a honestly, now that I think about it, imagine like a retro season with like the classic characters, but like the way that they look in the game. Because we don't have a Bonnie that looks like this, like purple and has a guitar. That would be a really cool unit. Unless I'm forgetting a unit right now, that would be a really cool one. But going back to what I was talking about, the movie, there could be very interesting characters over here. As you can see down here, these characters have way better form. Ignore these other ones over here, but or not really, because that dog animatronic was in the FNAF movie, so he could be an option. But most of these over here, they look a lot different than they do like in the FNAF TD. So it would be cool to get these forms of the animatronics, them in the movies. And then obviously we can get like the secret one being the oh my god, the Spring Bonnie. Like right here, this could be one of the characters. We could get another version of Michael after. We can get an Abby. We can get a Vanessa. We can get this version of Golden Freddy, which I completely forgot Golden Freddy was in the movie. There are enough characters over here for them to go ahead and do a full-on season with. And I think this would match perfectly, especially with the FNAF 2 movie trailer dropping soon. This would just all match up perfectly for them to go ahead and add, guys. But anyways, that's just got me thinking. I also got me thinking of like new game modes, like not new game modes, but the new security game mode is a lot of fun, and they can expand this so much, especially if they start adding maps like from FNAF. Like imagine a FNAF 2 themed map in this night shift game mode. This would be so peak. Like you play inside of the FNAF 2 pizzeria, something similar to like FNAF Doom, like that kind of similar. Where imagine if the map travels like all the way. Like I gotta show you guys. Okay, so I had to go over here to FNAF Doom just to show you guys exactly what I mean. But imagine a game mode where you spawn right here. Obviously, it wouldn't be in first person, but you have enemies that can come through here, enemies that can come through here, enemies that can come through the middle over here. And then you could see, like, the enemies that came from over there, you would see their path all the way through the vents over here, and they would come out through here, and every enemy would start like all the way over here or something like that. It would just be a really cool map. Like make it extremely difficult, like with very high health enemies. But just imagine a game mode where the enemies are coming from everywhere over here, and your whole point is to defend the base that's all the way back in the security room. I just feel like that would be so peak, especially if there's enemies, like I said, going from over there, from the other event over there, from over here, and there's enemies everywhere. This would have the potential to be such a peak map to play with friends, which is something I think this game kind of lacks, which is like you can do a lot of this stuff in the game alone, but having a game mode like this, I know that they just added a new game mode, and this kind of fits the night shift. But another one that this could fit as well is if they ever wanted to add raids, which raids in anime games or tower defense games, they just force you to play with friends or like with strangers. You cannot really do raids alone. You're not going to beat a raid alone. So having raids, I think, would force the community to, play together more, and it would be a great way to, get people to play with their friends more, because that's something the game's kind of lacks. Like I said, have enemies come from everywhere and have them be really high health. So you're going to have somebody focusing entirely in one lane, somebody focusing entirely in another, somebody in another over here, somebody maybe all the way down there. That would just add so much peak to the game instead of, just one person being able to do it all. But anyways, I know I kind of switched games over here, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys like the maps and like where the enemies could come from and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, that is I can't even open my character, so you guys are just gonna be stuck looking at these over here. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.